I'm Dr. Jesse John, Assistant Professor, Department of Anatomy, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today we are discussing about the ankle joint, how it is made up of. So ankle joint is made up of two joints, and we can see talocrural joint because it is made by two types of joint that are subtalar joint through ankle joint. Subtalar joint, it consists of talus on the top and calcaneus on the bottom, and the subtalar joint allows side to side motion of the foot. True ankle joint is composed of three bones, that is the tibia, fibula and talus. And tibia, which forms the inside and middle portion of the ankle, and fibula, which forms the lateral and outside portion of the ankle. And talus underneath. The true ankle joint is responsible for up and down motion of the tibia. So we can see here, this is the fibula, this is the tibia, and there is the talus. And this formation of the joints that facilitate the movement up and down. And we can say this is the joint that is the true type of joint. We can say here this is the tibia and fibula, and there is talus. This is the formation of the joint. This type is called the two type of the joint. Articular surfaces. There are three type of articular surface, that is the upper articular surface, inferior articular surface, and superior articular surface. Upper articular surface is formed by lower end of the tibia, including the medial malleolus. This is the lower end of the tibia, including the medial malleolus. And lateral malleolus of fibula, this is the fibula, this is the lateral malleolus, and inferior transverse tibiofibular ligament also. So these made the upper articular surface. We can say here this is the fibula, this is the tibia, and this is the anterior tibiofibular ligament. Inferior articular surface is formed by these areas: upper aspect of the talus and medial aspect of the talus and lateral aspect of the talus. So this is the talus. The all side of talus is formed the inferior articular surface because it is located on downside. Downside means it is located underneath of the tibia fibula, so it will form the inferior articular surface. Superior articular surface is formed by the downward projection of the medial and lateral malleoli on the corresponding side of talus, and the inferior transverse tibiofibular ligament also. Now we are discussing about the ligaments. The ankle joint is supported by these ligaments and capsules. So we can say these are fibrous capsules, the deltoid, and we can say this middle ligament also and a lateral ligament. So we can see here the medial ligament and lateral ligament. This is the deltoid ligament, and we can say here medial ligament because it is located on the middle side of the foot. Fibrous capsule. It surrounds the joints and it attached all around the articular margins with two exceptions. Posterior superiorly, it is attached to the inferior transverse tibiofibular ligament, and anterior inferiorly, it is attached to the dorsum of the neck of the talus at some distance from trochlear surface. So you can see here all the ligaments and these formation of the capsule also. Deltoid and medial ligament. This is very strong triangular ligament present on middle side of the ankle. The ligament is divided into superficial part and deep part. Superficial part anterior fibers or tibio-navicular, medial fibers or tibio-calcaneus, posterior fiber or tibio-talar. Deep part anterior tibio-talar. So we can see here the parts of the deltoid ligament. These are posterior tibiotellar, tibionavicular, tibiocalcaneal. All these part constitutes the deltoid ligament. Now we can discuss tibionavicular ligament. Tibionavicular ligament runs anteriorly from the medial malleolus to the navicular bone and it prevents abduction. So we can see here this is the tibionavicular ligament. Calcaneotibial, the calcaneotibial ligament runs from the tip of the medial malleolus to the edge of the calcaneus and it prevents abduction also. Posterior tibiotellar. The posterior tibiotellar ligament run posteriorly between the medial malleolus and the talus. They limit plantar flexion and the dorsiflexion. Anterior tibiotellar. The anterior tibiotellar ligaments run anteriorly between the medial malleolus and the talus. And so this is the deltoid ligament we can see here. This is the tibiotellar, tibiocalcaneal, and tibionavicular. These all constitute deltoid ligament. Now we can discuss lateral ligament. Lateral ligament consists of three bands. These are anterior talofibular ligament, posterior talofibular ligament, and calcaneofibular ligament. Calcaneofibular ligament. The calcaneofibular ligament passes from the lateral malleolus to the calcaneus with the talocalcaneal ligament running at its base. They resist adductions. Posterior talofibular band. Posterior talofibular ligament passes from the tip of the lateral malleolus to the talus posteriorly. The posterior talocalcaneal extends this band to the calcaneus. Both limit dorsiflexion. So in summary, we can see here all the ligaments. These are the lateral view. Relation of the ankle joint anteriorly from medial to lateral side. These are they are related to tibialis interior extensor hallucis longus, anterior tibial vessels, deep peroneal nerve, and extensor digitorum longus, and peroneus tracheus. Posteriorly from medial to the lateral side, these are tibialis posterior, flexor digitorum longus, posterior tibialis vessels, tibial nerve, flexor hallucis longus, peroneus brevis, peroneus longus. And we can see in all the relations these are. And active movements are the dorsiflexion and plantar flexion, inversion, aversion. These are the dorsiflexion and these are plantar flexion, these inversion and these aversion. So these movements, the ankle joints can help in these movements. Now we can see the blood supply. Uh, Blood supply is through the anterior tibial artery, posterior tibial artery, and peroneal artery. Now supply is supplied by the deep peroneal nerve and tibial nerves. Ankle defects: sprained ankle, pilon fracture, Achilles tendinitis, lateral malleolus fracture, and medial malleolus fracture, arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, bimalleolar fracture or bimalleolar equivalent fracture, posterior malleolus fracture, and trimalleolar fracture, syndesmotic injury also. Sprained ankle. The ligament is an elastic structure. Ligament usually stretch within their limit and then go back to their normal position. When a ligament is forced to stretch beyond its normal length, a sprain occurs. Grades of sprain: grade first, slight stretching and some damage to the fibers of the ligament. Grade 2, partial tearing of the ligament if the ankle joint is examined and moved in certain way, abdominal looseness of ankle joint occurs. A grade 3, complete tear of ligament if the examiner pulls or pushes on the ankle joint in certain movement, gross instability occurs. And treatment of ankle sprain: these sprains or rise, these are the this pressure. We can see rest here in ice and and medicine and similar compress and immediate elevation. And this also rise means rest, I means ice, and C means compression, and there should be elevation of foot, then can be rest there. So all these things about the ankle joint. Thank you.